Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Dinosaur Island. Today we start out with Carney, the Carnivorous. He is in the wooded area of the island, which also happens to reside Doom River. Since Carney's last appearance on this show, he's been doing pretty well. His alliance with Sentry and Striker has been doing good, but his best friend Mono, the Monoophosaurus, is missing. The last time he saw him was in this area, but he has to cross the river to get over there. He's got to travel through the river. Since last episode, the river has dried up pretty well, as you can see with all of this wet dirt and leaves. But if you have seen last episode, you know who resides in this river. Iris, the Irritator. Carney ends up walking in, treading through the shallow waters. He's doing pretty well until Iris has tackled Carney into the water, biting on his calf. Carney shakes Iris off and grabs her arm, throwing her out of the water. From the bite, Carney's leg has been damaged. He was damaged so easily because in most Spinosaurids, especially ones like the Irritator and Suchomimus, they have very jagged teeth, as you can see on Iris. Iris gazes down at the riverbank, waiting for Carney to make a move. Iris ends up getting an idea. Due to her fast speed and her being smaller than Carney and his off-guard position, she might be able to sneak attack him if she is very fast. So, she prepares herself, and then she rams Carney. He stumbles down, and then he falls down into the river. And then Iris gets on top of him and starts scratching and clawing at his chest. Carney shakes her off, and then he wanders back on land. Iris gets up and charges at him. But then, as Carney sees an appendage of wood sticking out of the ground, he gets an idea of his own. Carney rams Iris and throws her back into the water, unconscious. Carney has won the battle, and now the river is free to tread through. Carney does keep a watchful eye of the water as he treads through. Carney successfully makes it to the other end of the riverbank, but as he walks up, he keeps his eyes out for Mono. He ends up seeing a green dinosaur, but much, much bigger. Scythe turns around and sees Carney, a dinosaur he's never seen before. Scythe is much bigger than Carney, so he readies up and then charges at him. Carney gets pushed down almost immediately, and as Scythe walks over to him, Carney kicks him in the face. Scythe grabs his neck and throws him down on the ground. Carney gets up and stumbles from the impact of Scythe and the ground together. He thrashes his tail at Scythe, but Scythe was thinking the same thing. Their tails collide together. Scythe ends up throwing Carney down. Carney is already so weak from walking around all day, looking for his friend, and also his fight with Iris and his injured leg. Carney is almost about ready to give up, but he doesn't, and rams Scythe. Scythe stumbles back into a tree, but then gets up and charges back at Carney. Carney is too weak and disoriented to dodge, taking the hit head on. Scythe looks at Carney's given up body. Carney is about ready to say goodbye to the world until they both hear a sound that terrifies them to this day. Terry was doing his daily hunting routine until he saw the fight with his very eyes. Terry runs up! Both Carney and Scythe are unsure of who they're going to attack. Terry decided to attack Scythe. As they both stumble back, he grabs his neck, biting on it as hard as he can. But Scythe shakes him off, throwing Terry on top of Carney, but he gets up and charges back into the battle, hitting Scythe with his tail. Terry then grabs Scythe's tail, and then Terry thrashes Scythe around the ground until Terry threw Scythe at that tree, which ended up breaking it in half, and the part that broke off fell on top of Scythe. Scythe's body is slowly being crushed as we speak, his ribs visibly cracking under the pressure. Carney gets up, still weakened and disoriented, and he cannot believe what he just saw. Terry looks back at Carney, looking as intimidating as ever to him. Carney has had history with Terry before. In the beginning of the series, he fought Terry with Rocky. Terry won. But now, Terry is on a whole nother power level. Terry looks at Carney with those menacing yellow eyes, looking like he wants to kill him, until he does the complete unexpected. As Terry finishes roaring, he turns around and walks off. Thank you for watching this episode of Dinosaur Island. We'll see you all next time.